Hello, everybody. Welcome back to episode 8 of the Hersey Hoops podcast. As always, I'm Connor Krebs, my co-host Jay Cohen, and back in the studio, Coach Scott and his guest for the day, Danny Mac. What's up, Danny?
Hey, what's up?
Coach Scott?
Thanks for having us, guys.
Always.
This concludes the 8 seniors, and it's a great opportunity to get all 8 seniors in here. It's a rite of passage experience that I think they enjoy, and I think everybody's kind of fit in well and looked forward to it. So I'm excited for this. I don't think this is the last episode.
I was going to say, I don't think it is either.
I'm not ready to do sentimental goodbyes
I'm not
yet.
either, so let's wait on that.
And
definitely.
I think when you're approaching sentimentality like that, I don't think any of us are ready for it emotionally.
No.
So
just gotta
let's just pretend like it's not even on the horizon.
Agreed.
Right? Because that's going to be...
And the even scary part, we don't necessarily know who's taking over next year, so...
Yeah, there's a lot of uncertainty.
There's a lot of uncertainty.
A lot of uncertainty with the Hersey Hoops podcast.
Agreed.
But for certain, it will happen this morning.
Yeah, true.
Hey,
I love
let's
that.
live in the now.
I love
exactly.
that. I love that.
Yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery. Here we go.
That's great. Yeah, no, I'm there for that.
Should we open it up with Slide Thornton's Snack of the Week?
Okay.
Coming in a real Thornton's bag?
Coming in a real Thornton's bag. I was outed last week. I was talking to some of our loyal listeners, 2 of which are Max's parents, Rich and Moira Meninga. So shout out them on their loyalty in terms of their viewership. But they were like, yeah, you got outed last week.
Yeah.
Bringing Dean snacks. That was not good.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
That was not good. So I
been calling caught on real quick
happen.
too. Yeah.
Can't happen more than once. Made the mistake. And, I underestimated your guys'
detective skills.
Yeah.
We're on the case.
Yeah. Chase
Agreed.
is on the case. As they say.
We are on it.
So went back to Thornton's this morning. However, we went to Thornton's. It took the JV guys to Thornton's on Saturday. They played their best JV game of the year and played really well against Meadows. So we endorsed a Thornton's trip where they could each spend $10. I'm always supporting Thornton's, your store for everything. So they got some interesting combinations of snacks. But then I was doing some scouting. I knew Danny would be on the pod this week, so I'm like, I got to do some scouting on what the snack is that properly fits Danny. Before we get into that, though, I want to shout out Danny real quick and give him a little congratulations. He's going to be a Thornton's customer in more ways than one because he just got his driver's license.
Hey,
right?
yes,
So
sir.
Congrats, Danny.
Yes,
he's going to be going there for gas and stuff. And so I wanted to congratulate Danny on that, and I also wanted to call Johnny Fahey to the carpet a little bit.
Whoa.
So Johnny Fahey is driving around a little bit now. His parents are letting him kind of explore what it's like to have a driver's license. So we went to Glenbrook North for a JV game 2 weeks ago, and we all left Hersey at the same time. But Johnny arrived maybe 15 minutes after everybody else.
Oh, no.
So I had some questions for him. I go, Johnny, what the heck? We all left at the same time. He goes, I don't know how to get gas.
No.
He goes, first of all, I drive the speed limit. Then he goes, I don't know how to get gas. And I'm like, I talked him through it. I go, listen, that's part of the responsibility of driving.
It's actually more people don't know.
And he's like, he got all rattled and nervous about it, as Johnny sometimes gets.
Yeah.
But we talked him through it, and we're able to provide him with the help and assistance to walk him through the process. And now he came very proudly to practice the other day, letting us know that he puts his own gas in his own car.
Good for him.
So,
shout out Johnny Fahey.
So we call him to the carpet, but we also round of applause for Johnny.
Good job, Johnny Fahey.
Nice work.
Look at that. Industriousness is a learned skill. Remember that. Okay? And Johnny Fahey's an industrious young man. Now, to Thornton Snack of the Week. Sound effects. Bring them on. Okay? Today, I'm looking at now. I'm going to forewarn this. I don't want you guys to eat these on the show today. Okay?
Sure.
Because part of the appeal of this is that when you guard Danny McCarthy in a basketball setting, you have to get your hands dirty.
Okay.
Because,
I see.
because this young man,
All
this
right,
young
all
man's
right.
going to get his hands dirty.
All
So if
right.
you're going in there trying to be all delicate and cute and want to play a finesse game, you will get exposed by Danny McCarthy. And you can ask anybody on our team that, right, who their least favorite person to guard in practice is, and it's Danny, okay? Because Danny's the slippery eel himself, okay, is going to slide around them and get an offensive rebound, get 4 offensive rebounds, pivot them to death, and then finish the play, right? And you saw a little bit of this last night in the game, which I'm sure we'll get to. You saw a little bit of it. Every time Danny goes on the floor, he makes hustle plays happen, okay? So you have to be willing to get your hands dirty. Now, I'm not sure where you guys stand on puppy chow.
Oh,
Whoa.
yes.
But
I love
this
puppy
is
chow.
a Chex Mix sponsored puppy chow snack called Muddy Buddies. Okay. Now, Muddy
These are getting
Buddies,
feasted on later,
all right,
that's for sure.
is Chex Mix, but it's got the powder. All right. It's got the powder on the Chex, the chocolate. All right. So, like, if you look at producer Jake's outfit today, okay, he's got this all black kind of Johnny Cash.
Ooh.
Dressed in all black like the Omen look today. That's a Little Kim line from the 90s.
They're like navy pants, though.
Yeah, you're going with dark colors. You're going with the
okay,
dark
sure.
color scheme.
All right.
So if he goes through this Muddy Buddies bag,
Don't
he's going to
touch
have
this.
powdered sugar
Yeah.
all over, chocolate on his lips, right? And, he's going to look like he went to war with the Muddy Buddies
Yeah.
bag. And that's
I'm so
exactly
excited to eat those.
what players look like when they get off the floor after having gone,
Yeah.
a few rounds with Danny McCarthy. They look like
that's very
they went
valid.
to hell and back, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, man, how does he get those rebounds? You know why? He works his tail off every single time he's on a basketball floor in between those lines. So shout out to Danny that, maximizes his skills and abilities in every possible way. But if you're not willing to get your hands dirty, good luck,
I like that.
because you will get, as the kids say, exposed.
Cookies and cream.
Cookies and cream
Interesting.
was the only flavor they had. I wanted to mix it up a little bit.
No, I like it. I'm very excited to try these later.
I was fearful to get,
Honestly, I didn't even know they did bags of like puppy chow. I did not know. My mom, like every time I've ever eaten puppy chow, it's been like homemade. So
Yeah, and everybody does
Interesting.
puppy chow a little bit
a
different.
little.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own little like.
Sometimes
those
you see
things.
some peanuts in there.
Yeah.
It's a lot like Rice Krispie
Rice
treats.
Krispies. I was just gonna say that.
True.
It's a lot like Rice Krispie treats. So
each mom has their own.
I want you guys to maybe enjoy this with your lunch. It's not an 8:30
no,
snack
I-
or a 7:30 snack, and that's why, like, especially in morning practice, right? Like guarding Danny McCarthy in morning practice is like, I'm like, hey,
Worse.
all right, you got Danny. They'll be like, oh.
I just woke up.
Not something I want to do at 9 in
You
the
have to
morning.
be in the
8
right frame of
morning.
mind.
Yeah, I
you have
feel
to be
that.
in the right frame of mind, certainly. So, Danny, puppy chow guy at all?
I actually haven't tried these ever. I've had like normal Chex Mix, but I've never even like seen
Okay.
these.
All right.
I agree. I actually have never seen them sell pup. That's
In the bag.
But
Yeah,
again,
like,
you
I
guys
didn't
are
know that
all
was a thing.
very well dressed today, so I don't want to see this, compromise your outfits. But enjoy them with lunch,
Fair.
and
We'll do.
Thornton's coming in clutch again.
Thorn's
Shout out
coffee, a
Thorns.
little Thorn's coffee too.
Yeah,
Oh.
Coffee
So
morning. I
you
feel
know,
like I don't see you drink coffee every morning, especially on the pod.
I usually drink it at home.
Yeah, okay.
But today I was in a little bit of a hurry to get here. It is also Dean's 3rd birthday today.
Happy birthday to
Happy
Dean.
birthday.
Yeah, so we had
Dean.
to sing this morning.
Yeah.
And, put the candle in the pancake.
Uh-huh.
And
Ooh,
he's got,
Pancake cake.
he's
I
got
like
the
that.
right to be bossy today. Not that
Yeah.
he isn't bossy every day, but you know what? He's got that right today. So it's it's good. Thornton's makes a nice brew. Coffee. It's not cocoa and blue.
Yeah.
Yep. No,
Shout out
no one
to
is.
co-producer Jake's employer.
Yeah.
He was just telling me about it's not a specialty latte or
Exactly.
a craft cocktail. It's just
I need to go. I need to go visit
Yeah,
Jake
you
Cohen
should,
at work.
dude.
I
Come on.
really need to go visit.
I need
Every
to go.
day this weekend.
I need to go
Bartend.
on a Saturday. Now you're not allowed to bartend anymore, right?
Not anymore.
Oh, it's like a bar too. Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, he was just
I
explaining it
was
to me.
for a little bit, but they just found out that's not allowed.
That's
You have to be
crazy.
19 in Arlington Heights, but
Only 19 wanted to be.
I
oh,
can see
that's
I
smart.
can see you like taking a date there or something.
Oh yeah,
Krebs.
for sure.
You know?
Yeah.
uh,
Now I'll just pull up on Jake Cohen one day.
Yeah.
Let me know
Just
when
sit
you're
at our
working.
bar.
Yeah. Maybe after like
Is it
an
is it a
intro-
hot date spot? You see a lot of high school dates there.
I wouldn't say there's a lot of like hot date, high school dates, but there are a lot of high school girls there, and that can get, there's pros and cons to that.
A lot of specialty like acai refresher mixes. Every class
Yeah,
I've taught
There's
in the
a
last
lot
2
of
years.
Oh, but
iced
you've had a
vanilla
girl-
latte.
It's crazy that like there's so many things you can get at Starbucks, and it seems everyone gets 2 things, and it just blows my mind.
Well, one of the things Like, so, and a girl's drinking, like,
The massive.
the
Yeah.
Tetra or whatever it's called.
Tetra. Whatever.
Like, acai mixer. I'm like, oh, acai refresher without the fruit. And they're like, how'd you know? I'm like, it's not an original choice. Like.
People have ordered this before.
Yeah, you're not the first.
You're not the first
Shockingly
girl
enough.
to bring an acai refresher into class, okay? So, like, that's the first part about ordering that, is that you're joining a long line of patrons who have ordered a similar drink.
Years before, years after, it will
Yes.
always be that way.
It's a fad. It'll go away.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, no, it definitely is. Yeah,
Put it on their Visco, right?
I wonder what's next for like the Starbucks, because I feel like even freshman year is different. Maybe not actually. I think it goes with the grades almost. You know what I mean?
Oh, totally.
Like,
It's a maturity progression you order there.
for sure.
For sure.
Hop into some hoop questions.
Let's hop in.
All right. So since we last spoke, we've had 3 games. The first being Rolling Meadows, where they control most of the game at home, of course, and a great basketball team. What were some takeaways for you guys?
I would just say, like, we played way harder than in the first game, and, like, the improvement was, like, the main, like, takeaway from that. Like, obviously, you're going to have to play, like, pretty perfect to beat them. But, yeah, the first game was obviously, like, way worse. But in the last game, like, we just started a little slow. We missed a few closeouts. I mean, obviously, we're trying to help a lot in case Christie drives, so it makes those closeouts harder. But we probably wouldn't have wanted Akbana to be as open at the beginning. And then just throughout the whole game, it's just hard to stop them. But, I mean, we played hard the whole time. Second half, we kept it, like closer to even. Like, we probably only lost the second half by, like, 10 or 12 or something. But we definitely, like, played hard the whole time. Especially Johnny, I think. Like, that was, like, the hardest I've seen him play in, like, a while. I mean, he always plays hard, but just, like, especially in that game.
Yeah.
Speaking of Johnny, congratulations on 500. Just had to get that
500.
out there. That's when they said that, I was like, that's crazy. But then I thought about it, like, no, it makes sense. So congratulations, Johnny Rick.
Absolutely. I had no idea. That
Yeah.
caught me off
How
guard.
did you? So how did he?
I don't know. Rugg. Rug's with numbers.
Yeah,
man.
numbers.
He's
Okay.
got numbers
Yeah.
in his brain all the time.
I thought that was for sure you're doing. So
No, I
that's
had
interesting
no
to hear
idea.
that it was-
I'm glad he was recognized.
Yeah.
But
His
no,
parents.
take
I mean,
no
they had the
credit
whole
for that.
fam there, so
Yeah.
I'm sure they kind
Yeah.
of knew.
For
I was
Will
con-
Nolan on the bench, he goes, "Hey, Johnny, slide family tree tonight's game." He brought the whole family tree. You know how Will is.
I love Will.
But I think Danny made some excellent points about the Rolling Meadows game.
Yeah,
obviously.
that was. Really
I think
nice
we had to
see.
make some shots early, and they had to miss some shots early. And, we had some open shots in the first quarter that didn't go down. And then, as he mentioned, Foster banked in a 3 to begin the game and then hit another 3. And then, once you get behind 10 or 12, you got to kind of play their game and their pace a little bit. And, I do think we responded really well in the second half and showed a lot of pride and, willingness to compete regardless of the scoreboard. But that's a really good team who's going to go on to do a lot of really good things this year. But nonetheless, a great test for us and an opportunity for improvement.
Yeah, no, 100%.
All right.
Sorry.
Yeah, I
go
got
ahead.
it.
No,
worries.
go ahead.
Following up Meadows, Hersey took on Libertyville in a 55-45 loss. However, very close game up until the fourth. What changed towards the end?
I think towards the end, we had some defensive breakdowns in the second half. Every time we got it either tied or within one possession, they hit a huge 3. And a lot of them were made by number 1, the freshman for Libertyville, who's freshman on varsity basketball and varsity football. So he's a really nice athlete. But Libertyville's a really good team.
Yeah, no,
no
I was
doubt.
watching that game online. They're good.
Jack Huber, their point guard, is one of my favorite players I've seen all year. A 6'3" point guard, kind of manages the game and controls it really well. In the 8 games that we had on film, he had 38 assists and 3 turnovers. So that's a 12-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio. Imagine if Indiana had that as their point guard.
Yeah,
I think they had 20 turnovers in the first half.
Last night, dude, that was.
But it was, the positive takeaways from that, I thought it was the best beginning-to-end performance I've ever seen Max Meninga play.
I
I
didn't
think
write
just
down.
like footwork and pivots and scoring at 3 levels.
8 for 11 from
8
the
for
field.
11.
I'll
I thought
take
he did
that.
a really good job, and I was proud of him. Like, that was just, not the culmination of a lot of improvement because he's still improving and we still have a lot of season left, but he's showing a lot of people what he can do. And he's playing so hard. you know, and when he's coming off the floor, he's exhausted.
Yeah.
He's scoring in a lot of different ways that you just didn't see in his arsenal last year. So props to him, man.
Yeah,
Like, that's a lot of improvement.
Big three last night, too. I feel like I've never seen Max really been a shooter, but this year he's definitely stepped into that.
He's leading our team in three-point percentage at
really?
45%.
45.
He
Yeah,
asked
that's
he asked what the school record for season percentage was, and I go, "You're having a nice year from three, but you're not in that ballpark."
What would that
It's
be?
like 53.
Oh,
he needs
yeah.
to make like 11.
Oh,
in a row.
from no, definitely.
No,
not.
it's
He shot
Mike Kempf, I believe.
53 is wild.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's wild. That's
And you know who has the career percentage record?
wasn't it?
One David Hess.
Oh. What was Muglia's? Was that a
That was
season?
field goal percentage.
Oh, field goal. That's
That
what
is,
it
yeah,
was.
he's like close to 70.
Yeah.
So that year, Muggs got the career field goal percentage, and Randall set the single season one.
Yeah.
So
I do remember that.
a lot of made shots that
Yeah,
year.
that's
a lot of dunks.
yeah.
Dunks are a high percentage.
Nah,
look.
Jack. Saying that Jack always talks about Trace Jackson. We were just talking about this. How all of his shots, because he's good because all of them are dunks. I'm like, well, if you can get there when a D1 guy is guarding you, like that props to you. That counts to me. Like same with Randall. Like it counts. You can dunk. It counts.
Who's Armstrong's team? He doesn't root for TCU
Oh, I'm
basketball.
so happy you brought this up. Let's just go through them. UCLA.
Oh, right.
UCLA,
I forgot about his bandwagon UCLA fandom.
Kentucky, because he's going there next year, fair. And they're bad now, so fair. You can have that one. And then now that they're good at sports, TCU. Even though he says he's not a TCU fan, but
But he's got the sticker on his car. How could he be?
His
a
sister
bandwagon?
went there.
UCLA
His sister
fandom-
goes there.
The UCLA fandom is
It's-
totally random.
It's Nonzo Balls, dude.
I'm
no.
like, I remember asking him when they made
Oh.
the Final Four. I'm like, Armstrong, you ever been to LA? He's like, no. I'm like, you like
The Bruins.
I'm like, you're just into Westwood? He goes, what's Westwood? I go,
Literally.
I'm like, that's
You're a
where
fan.
their campus
Yeah,
is.
no, I spend a lot of my time talking trash about that whole scenario. Because you can't, 2 teams, okay. 3, it's too far for me.
Yeah. Danny, who's your favorite college team?
Yeah,
I'd probably say probably Northwestern.
fair.
Still.
Okay.
They're actually pretty solid this year, I'm not going to lie.
Second in the Big Ten.
They got a
Chris
lot
Collins
of guys.
keeping that job,
They just
man.
have a bunch of seniors who know what they're doing. And Larry Nance's brother, solid dude. He's solid.
Arguably the best backcourt in the Big Ten with Boo Buie and
Boo-Booey's a
Adish.
dog. Yeah, no,
Martinelli's
Yeah,
playing
no,
a
I'd
little bit
agree,
now.
I'd agree.
So I
They're
got
like-
some minutes the other
they're
night.
the only team with true guard. Yeah, because the Big Ten this year, it's big man battles. It's like every day, every game.
Zach Edey, man. That dude is a monster.
I'm terrified for Saturday.
Yeah.
That's
I
gonna
love
be.
Purdue. I love Purdue. I love Braden Smith, their point
If-
guard, and
oh, really?
Foster Lawyer.
If Purdue wasn't
Or Fletcher
Purdue,
Lawyer.
if Purdue wasn't Purdue, I think they'd be my favorite team because watching them play is just, it's like enjoyable. Like sometimes I watch Indiana and it's just painful. Like last night, that's a game you win by 10 and you just they were willing to throw the ball away in spots. I'm just like, all right, let's throw the ball out of bounds maybe 5 more times. And
The
then
end of the game didn't even seem to matter to
it
them.
was
They just,
whatever,
just
horrible. I'm
coasting
so
to the
happy you didn't
finish.
watch it because
I didn't watch it.
I would have gotten flamed for that. I'm still a fan though. Fan
Put it
forever.
behind you.
Yeah.
Your iPad's not in the frame.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
Gotta get her a little
Okay.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
still a fan though.
Okay.
Still
Just
a fan.
one more thing about the Jack Armstrong and UCLA, sixth
Ooh.
grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade feeder. Obviously 6th grade feeder is probably the first time I ever saw him. He'd wear the same UCLA jersey to
Yeah,
probably
I know.
one out of every 3
Yeah.
practices.
Really?
So true. Yeah.
You thought he was Lonzo?
Lonzo, yeah, literally. I mean, with his form, it's kind of it's not even that off. Yeah.
UCLA's got a lot of
Dude,
pros.
No, yeah,
Zach
that's,
LaVine.
and that's what he always
Zach
has.
LaVine, my least favorite player in the history of basketball,
Dude, don't even get
is
me
also a
started on
UCLA
Zach LaVine.
grad.
Kevin Love, Russell
Kevin Love,
Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook, Aaron Aflalo.
There's a lot of new guys. Lonzo. I mean,
Lonzo,
that's the one he rides the most.
I do like Tiger Campbell with all the hair. I like Tiger.
We
I don't
every
actually know who that guy
every
is.
time we're watching a game together, we'll just be like, Jack, who's the oldest guy on the court? And we'll always just attack. 'Cause
Jaime Jaquez.
They have the most interesting roster you'll ever see.
I
in
love Mick
basketball.
Cronin. Mick Cronin's one of my
Yeah.
favorite coaches in college basketball.
I mean,
Always suited
UCLA,
up.
yeah, I love the suit. I mean, hey, Woodson, always wearing a suit. Gotta love it. I love when a coach wears
Class
a
act.
suit. I love that. I just love it. It's I don't even know what the word is for that, but I love it. It's one of my favorite college traditions. The NBA coach is I mean, they don't even do anything.
it's a
in the first
pullover
place.
league.
Yeah, it's a pullover and sit on the bench the whole time. All right, yeah, we'll move on. Last hoops question. As of last night, Hersey beat Wheeling 63-35. Great bounce back game from the Huskies. What did you change from the first time you played Wheeling, where you only won by 8? What do you think the difference was last night compared to the first time at Wheeling?
I just think we just have been like more comfortable playing against zones. Like that was early in the year, and we hadn't really had a ton of like live reps against zones. So I think that was just like a huge part of it. I mean, obviously, we just played like way harder, tried to find Jackson in the post more, and they clearly had like zero answer whatsoever for him. But I think it was just like moving the ball on offense. It wasn't really like sticking in anyone's hands. We weren't trying to like force any threes. We were just moving in until we could try to find him or Max in the post or Max on the drive. And then obviously we like offensive rebounded pretty hard.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that for sure.
Yeah, we had 3 guys in double figures.
And
Jackson, Johnny Rigg, and then Danny McCarthy.
Oh, you got the double? Oh, okay, good
12
man, good
points.
man.
Did a great job, when he got in there. I think, I made him watch a few things. I made him watch the first quarter, Wheeling, and like how we allowed them to stay in the game in the first quarter and the first time at home. And I also made him watch, last year when we lost to Wheeling at Wheeling, and I made him rewatch the ending of it, and all the students storming the court and, partying like it was 1999 when they beat Hersey. I told him, guys, first of all, they think they can beat you, number one.
Yeah.
And, they're not afraid of you. And then number 2, they're going to come in here ready to go. And they always do. Coach Antos does a really good job preparing them and getting them organized and stuff like that. And they have the firepower to beat teams. They've beaten some really good teams. They've beaten Niles West. They took Lake Zurich to the brink on Saturday. Played Prospect hard, played Buffalo Grove hard. They got talent. They got talent and they got skill, and they play hard. So you have to play well to beat them. And I give Wheeling a lot of credit for that. But I think they were also motivated by Teacher Appreciation Night.
That was great.
57 teachers in attendance.
So I thought the Teacher Appreciation Night was the thing where like each player picks one, and then they just kept going, and we were all looking at each other like,
well, every player in our program picked something.
oh, the younger kids got,
so they went to the freshman
500
games and sophomore
freshmen.
games. Shout out
That's-
teachers for going to 2 basketball games on a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
And they had to write them an individual letter. I will say, having supervised and read all the letters, best individual letter to a teacher goes to Danny McCarthy.
Who was your?
Mine was Mr. Borgoff. Yeah.
Okay.
Borg.
So I talked to Mr.
I saw him
Borgoff.
outside
You've
the
had
game.
Mr. Borgoff for 2 years, right?
Yeah. Last year and now. Yeah.
AP US,
You're
and now
in
you're in
Euro?
AP Euro.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in Euro too, Dave.
Yeah. So if you ever need
I've never even met
any historical question answered, whether it be on the Battle of Antietam or some
Another one?
some European
French
Napoleon.
French
Yeah,
monarchy.
that's-
The details of Napoleon and how that led to the Louisiana Purchase.
Yeah, true. I think I could give me like a little bit. I could like get that going. A little
Okay,
bit.
Krebs.
I swear I could.
Hey,
Like, I
don't
genuinely
dig
know.
don't dig
Big
yourself
history
holes.
guy. Big
Don't
history
dig
guy.
yourself
Big-
holes without ladders,
Big history
Connor.
guy, actually.
It's a
Big
class
history
you
guy.
have to be paying attention in.
No, I'm not even talking about that though. I'm talking about like big history guy myself.
Oh.
I like history a lot actually. More than you would think. Pretty sure I'd shock you.
Let me get you a show recommendation if you're a big history guy. I'm an HBO fan.
Yeah, love HBO.
It's called John Adams. Okay, the story of John
My
Adams.
brother
is
watches
his
John
local
Adams.
president.
I'm pretty sure.
A little gory, but
Yeah, that's fine. I watch Game of Thrones. That's,
it's good.
HBO has the best TV shows.
Great costumes, like they all they're doing the
HBO does
Revolutionary
their
War.
stuff
They've-
so well.
Hey, it's not TV. It's
La-
HBO.
Yeah, true. Honest. Yeah. Oh, that sound is like when I would watch Game of Thrones and I would get that sound at the beginning of my beginning.
You ever watch
before first-
Entourage?
Yeah, dude. Yes, that's literally one of my favorite shows of all time.
Vinny Chase and the
Dude,
Chasers.
yes, bro. And my brother. So that was my brother's favorite show in high school, and he's like, "You have to watch it. Like, you'll think it's a." And I would suggest that show very highly to like a very specific group of people. Jay Cohen.
What's Entourage about?
It's a famous like actor and his entourage.
Yeah.
And it's
So he's got an
Oh,
entourage that
okay.
goes to Hollywood with them.
Yeah.
Turtle, Johnny Drama.
Turtle
and
is
then
my
E.
favorite.
They're all friends from high school,
Yeah.
but they go out to Hollywood. Can't miss show. When Will got knee surgery, I'm like, dude, you got to watch Entourage.
and he loved
But he
it.
was stuck in The Sopranos. I'm like, you can't get out of The Sopranos.
Fair. So I just get in this thing with Sopranos where it's like I watch 6 episodes and then I'm like, okay,
Yeah, you got to be in the middle.
I need to sit down. Like I need to like not watch Sopranos now because it's like going. So much is happening.
You
There's
start lashing out on people
there's
like old Tony.
literally, there's so many people, and like, it's not that I'm like bad. Like, I watched a lot of shows where there's a lot of people. It's just like, for some reason, them all having the same 4 names, it just like, it messes with you, and it's like you can't really binge watch Sopranos like a lot of others. Like Entourage, get that done in like 2 weeks, like that.
I used to have them all on DVD.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, that's
that was a big college move. Like, I got the Entourage seasons on DVD.
Yeah, I never watched the Entourage movie. My brother said it wasn't good. Yeah, so I didn't. I didn't want to ruin my thought of the show because that's a great. That's
Sloan, great celebrity crush.
That's great television right there. I need to watch that back now that we talk about. All right.
Should we pull up on questions with DMAC?
Yeah, we should. Sorry, got a little distracted
Danny.
right there.
No, you're good. At the beginning of the season, you had a career high 18. Yep,
I thought it was
18.
21. No, that's not bad.
18 points against Round Lake.
Well, hold on. And 11 rebounds.
And 11
Yeah,
rebounds.
Double Danny.
Double Danny.
I should have known that too.
Double Danny Burger. What was clicking for you in that game that led you to score so much?
Well, the first thing about the 18 instead of 21 was, I mean, I probably would have made the same mistake, but the people at Palatine, they were writing it down. They saw, well, it's jersey number 21, so just write 21. Like, that's probably how that
Because you
happened.
said something in the 20s. That's where I think I had it in my head. Or somebody maybe wanted Charlie or something.
Yeah.
So that's why I think I thought that. So yeah.
Yeah, because like
continue.
Palatine's Twitter posted that. So
Yeah,
I think
okay.
that was. But I think the reason for that was I think the warm up had a huge impact on that because Round Lake didn't really show up for a while before the game. They got there pretty late, so we were out there warming up and shooting around for it felt like 45 minutes. So I think
memory.
that just the extra free throw reps and just moving around for that amount of time before a game really had an impact on just being ready to go and being mentally locked in when the game starts. And then once the game started, I mean, I just there wasn't a specific plan or anything really. I mean, we just tried to just play hard. I tried to get rebounds, and then I mean, I got myself in a good position to score a lot. People made some nice passes. Yeah.
Got anything now?
Yeah, you just outworked them.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. I'm actually gonna add a question.
Yeah.
Being a freshman B guy, because we had some great days on freshman. That was a good squad. That was a really good squad. Very successful athletes on that team. I mean, what do you think that not brings, but changes for you? And now that you're on varsity and all that, 4-year guy, what do you think it added? Not even character, just what kind of skills do you think that adds to you going through?
I mean, it just makes you it kind of helps you interact with people more because if we would have played on A, we probably wouldn't have gotten a ton of minutes. So you're on B, you're getting minutes, and you just know how to interact with your team, and you also just get more reps. So we actually improved. But yeah, it's how you said that was a really special group. Carter, Jake Podverson, Jack Armstrong,
Yeah. Some goons on that squad right there.
I think
Jack Farrell also. I mean, that was just just playing with that group of people. I feel almost just makes you a better person in some way. I don't really.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. I'm always proud to see freshman B guys make it from that level all the way up to varsity. But I think it reframes their experience a little bit in the sense of hey, if I'm going to compete against these guys at my grade level and then outwork them to make the sophomore team and then to get one of those spots on the varsity team, I can't go in at half speed. I have to be fully competitive and fully invested in effort all the time in order to make this work. And I think if you look at Danny and Michael Jasper and Michael Crafton, the 3 guys on our team this year who played freshman B, you won't find 3 guys that are more invested, all in, to effort and give a consistent effort all the time. And I think that we can just say oh yeah, it's a coincidence that all 3 of those guys played B. No, right?
No.
The freshman B experience rounded them out to be able to do that all the time and to understand this is the only way that this is going to work. In a competitive sport like basketball against guys who are going to be bigger and stronger and faster and more athletically gifted and maybe more skilled, I have to play like this in order to be successful. And those are 3 guys who know who they are and know the formula for how they're going to be successful. And I think that speaks a lot to, like Danny said, their level of character and their willingness to interact with others and their willingness to, when they're not on the floor, be great teammates and be great bench guys. Like all 3 of them are as good as I've seen at doing that stuff. And that's not easy stuff to do for a high school student. 17-year-olds often are wrapped in a lot of ego and self-protection, and those 3 guys do not care about their ego at all. You see, for example, like when Crafton, who's been playing a lot of varsity minutes yesterday, goes into that game at the end, right? Because we only have like the 3 sophomores and everybody else played a lot of minutes, right? He could like sulk and here I am in at the end of the game as a senior, and he plays really hard and he gets, Danny layups and Keegan layups and race car Rick some layups, like
Slick Rick.
Really
Rick.
good passes by him.
Yeah, Slick
What-
Rick,
what did
Slick
you-
Rick, the
you-
peek and stick they call him.
No, but you also said something that Dylan turned to me. He's like, "What did he just call him?"
Cardo.
Yep.
His real name is Ricardo.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is it?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, like.
Ricardo DeVito.
Oh.
So I called him. I had a buddy named Ricky growing up, and his name wasn't Ricardo, but
Yeah,
we called
we
him
called him Ricardo.
we
Okay.
called him Cardo. So I call him Cardo sometimes, and race car Rick.
Yeah. Okay.
Because he can go 0 to 60 as fast as
Yeah.
anybody.
No, he's quick.
Excel.
And then Johnny
99.
calls him Slick Rick, the peek and stick.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but
There's a reason probably. Yeah.
Here, I got this
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, so Danny, we just have a question. What are your plans for next year?
Yeah.
If you haven't figured out
We've
yet.
started to ask everybody.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of. I'm mad we didn't get more of the seniors in
Yeah,
on that one.
I wish
but,
we could have.
Yeah.
Oh, for now I'm thinking of majoring in philosophy actually.
Oh.
Like,
Philosophy. Okay.
I could see that.
I don't know, it's just something
Socrates McCarthy.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just like something I've always been interested in, and then I applied to like 5 schools, like Wisconsin, Madison. I applied to DePaul, Miami of Ohio, Lake Forest, and then a school called Wittenberg University. It's like a really small school in Ohio, but like I got into like some of those, and I'm still like waiting to hear back from the others. But I'm definitely gonna go to a 4-year school next year, so that'll be pretty nice.
Yeah.
We got big change though. Like it seems like I've been at Hersey for a long time.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I could not agree with that more. It feels like we've been here way longer than 4 years. But like not even in a negative aspect, I would say. Just like I think with like the COVID stuff, it's just all felt weird. And every
Yeah.
year's
Yeah.
been like a different length almost. Like yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
good point. That's very.
This is like our
very
first real
perceptive.
year.
Yeah,
And
it
that's
really is, and it's
really
crazy
weird.
to think. It really is. I was actually talking to one of the juniors in the hallway. I think it was. I'm not gonna be able to bring that one name up. I don't remember who I was talking to, but yeah, they were saying like how they missed freshman and sophomore year. I'm like, it's kind of crazy because we've literally like this is like
Yeah,
it.
this is
this
it.
is like our first straight year, so it's like kind of crazy to think about. I don't know. Feels longer than 4 years.
Yeah. I remember when you guys were just young,
Yeah.
budding freshmen.
Crazy times, man. Crazy times.
You know.
Hot seat.
Hot seat.
Hot seat.
Not a cool throne.
Yeah, there it is. Love it.
It's a hot seat.
No, did you get that from Barstool?
Yeah.
You did. Okay, so I didn't know they said that, and then I was watching the Stephen A. podcast 2 nights ago, and
It's from Pardon My Take.
Yeah, no, it is. And PFT goes, he's like cool throne or whatever, and I was like, oh, that's where he got
I
it.
think
was-
PFT commenter.
Nah, they stole it from
is
us.
the funniest.
I know, like, Big Cat's a Chicago guy,
Yeah.
and you're from Deerfield and whatever, and is a Badger
Yeah,
as well.
yes.
But PFT commenter is hilarious.
He is one of the funniest people.
Just
I've-
like the way he thinks about things. Like,
yeah,
that
and
guy's
like
a genius.
I like them so much because like they genuinely think of sports in like the most non-professional way you can, and how everybody else thinks about sports.
Yeah, and it's like all a sarcastic play
Yeah,
on journalism.
exactly.
Like they'll
Yeah.
say capital J journalism
Yeah.
or like what journalism school did you go to?
Yeah,
Because like he went to, I forget where PFT went to school.
and
Like Appalachian State or
did you-
something.
Yes. It was something weird like that. And then did you seen that video where he tries out to be the kicker, right?
Yeah.
After the Cowboys game, the amount of memes I saw saying like give him a spot, like suit him up. It was so funny. Like
All right, let's get into the
Yeah,
hot seat,
sorry,
though.
sorry,
I'm
sorry.
pumped up.
Sorry.
I'm
All
pumped
right.
up.
I'll go first.
Yeah.
Favorite vacation spot.
Ooh.
The favorite spot that I've been to is probably Arizona.
Dry heat guy?
We're in Arizona.
Yeah.
It was like the Scottsdale area, but
Yeah.
like
Nice,
Scottsdale itself, I mean, it just kind of feels like you're in like Arlington Heights. But
Yeah.
we went up like in the mountains, just like had like a Jeep tour and stuff like that for like a day. So that was like
Oh.
kind of nice.
That's pretty
I
dope.
like the
That's
Jeep
pretty
tour.
dope. That's pretty
Scottsdale, great golf location. Danny, you
Yeah.
a golfer at all?
No.
All right.
dope. My brother goes to golf there.
Yeah, we could go down.
Yeah.
Little golf trip.
We'll put money on all our games.
Easy, man.
Who you
Give us some
got?
strokes.
Who you got? Who's winning?
Me versus Scott. Me.
Yeah.
Cohen. I'd need like probably 15 strokes.
Hey, shout out our golf
Really?
team. We have the 2 records on that billboard, in front of the East Gym. We put up
Billboard?
2. Yeah, whatever.
Record board?
those the record boards.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know what
yeah.
they're called, but
put
we
up
have
2
2.
of them? Huh.
Yeah, low 9-hole team score and low 18-hole team
That's a
score.
lot this year because the football team broke 2 or 3 with the defense.
Yeah.
And you were just saying. No, we were saying they're not close, but
Girls basketball is going to get a state championship.
yeah,
So hot take. Heard it here first.
yeah.
Heard
it there
capitalize
first.
right now.
take.
Wow, that's-
Capitalize on it right now. The odds are going like they're plus 450 maybe.
Yeah.
Pound it.
I would say
Pound it, pound it,
honestly,
pound it, pound it,
honestly,
pound it.
honestly, after losing to Prospect, I'd say the odds are even better. So like
Yeah,
that's like
then
a
Glenbrook
good
South.
good
Pound
time
it.
to pound.
Pound
Yeah,
it. I
agree.
have faith in that team.
Yeah.
Pound it. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. You heard it here first.
And I feel
wanna
like yeah,
proclaim.
I agreed.
They're going to
Just
do
my-
it.
Yeah.
Planting my flag in the sand.
Remember
It's
that?
me planting.
Heard it here first.
Heard it here first. Hersey Hoops Podcast, episode 8.
All right, Danny. What is one meal that you can cook?
Honestly, I don't cook a lot, but I'd probably say pasta.
Yeah, classic.
What's your favorite noodle? Are you like a corkscrew noodle guy or a
good question.
ravioli or
Yeah.
fusilli?
I don't know,
Spaghetti?
I'd probably say overall spaghetti's my favorite, but I normally just like
Big
I'd
bow
go
tie guy.
anything.
Huge bow tie guy
Big
here.
bow tie guy. Love the
Yeah,
bow
yeah,
ties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep.
What's the one that's like a oyster shell? Not an oyster shell.
Oh,
but like
shells.
The
Shells.
shells.
Great.
Yeah, they're
Shells
just
are great.
Yeah, I'm a
Shells-
bow tie. I like
Those are
tricolor
nice.
tricolor rotini.
Is
I
that,
like,
which
like
one
the
is that?
different,
Like the multiple colors.
Oh, I don't think I've had that.
Penne, not for me.
I
Penne's
don't.
the short fat noodle.
I don't. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I actually don't like penne either.
I
I'm not gonna
I
lie
don't
to you.
like the short twisty one, like where it's just like the spiral. I
That's
hate
the
those.
rotini.
Oh, that's I'm not a.
I used to be when my mom used to make lasagna. I used to steal the noodles and eat them.
Yeah.
Like raw?
Not like it cooked, but like not with the sauce and stuff. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, just like-
Okay, how do you have time to like steal them while she's making it?
I don't know. There'd be extras, but dude, this is like 1991, man. I mean, come on.
All right, you're fine. Whatever.
Who on the team would make the best president?
I was actually like thinking about this for a long time yesterday, because obviously you guys asked this before, and I think it has to be Max Meninga.
That's
Okay.
fair.
I think. I mean, like obviously he's smart enough to do it, like he's on the wall and stuff like that. But I think like the real reason is just like how he connects with people. Like most people just talk to everyone in the same way. Like I do. Like I just talk to everyone in the same way. But I think Max like sort of has an ability to like change like how he approaches or how he talks like different people to sort of like have it form like a special connection with different people. Like he'll talk to like Jackson like differently from how he talks to like Quinn or me or anyone else. So I think like that's a big part of
That's
it.
a-
And then,
I noticed that last night too. Actually, that's
a good
so
point.
funny you say
Let me
that.
ask you this: do you guys think that Max Meninga would be running under the Democratic or Republican
Oh,
agenda?
dude. He's like
he seems
an
independent.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Green Party guy.
I have no idea.
He's 100% a Republican.
Yeah. Okay. I've like never talked to him
Yeah.
about it, so I would assume that, but like
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know where you would.
He's
stand on
like just
this sort of
so when
stuff.
he was talking on here, I was just so like
Because I feel like he has
A rattle.
He comes in with like
Free
you know,
college, free healthcare.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
see Meninga being like, no, those are earned privilege rights.
But he also has like like the baggy sweatshirts and stuff. I
Yeah.
feel like Republicans would never be caught.
nah. If he had to wear a
know.
suit every day, he totally would though. I
Yeah.
could totally see
Yeah,
him in a
that's
suit every
true.
day.
Maybe.
I don't think so.
You don't think you'd see him in a suit
No.
every day? I don't know. He's an anomaly to me, truly. Like that guy just
Anomaly.
that dude just blows my mind. Like no, like
That's
like
outrageous.
seriously, he's some.
he's one of a kind.
Yeah, that's for sure.
All right, Danny. What's your guilty music pleasure?
Ooh.
I'd probably say like Trevor Hall music. He's like an independent guy. He does like a little like roots, a little folk. It's kind of like
Oh, okay.
it's kind of like
Roots and
it's kind
folk.
of like spirituality based. So
all
I
right,
kinda
all right.
it.
like
I
it.
love it.
That's fair to me. That's
I love
cool.
it. I
That's
love
cool.
the uniqueness of
Yeah,
that answer.
That's cool.
great answer.
and great explanation of who it is
Yeah.
for the
Yes.
listeners.
Yes.
Great job.
Yeah,
I-
most
he's
people
getting a
have never heard of
Spotify
him.
search today.
Yeah,
Taylor
I-
Hall.
yeah,
That's
all right.
Trevor Hall.
Trevor
Hall.
Hall.
My fault. My fault.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. Celebrity crush.
Probably say Selena Gomez.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah,
Selena
okay.
Gomez. You'd have to fight Bieber. Or Bieber's not. No,
No,
Bieber's
not
married.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't
have no
follow
idea.
that
I don't
and
follow that
the
stuff.
slightest.
Haley Steinfeld, I believe. Bieber's married
Oh,
too.
that sounds right.
Fun pop culture. fact.
Yeah, because I think his wife's name.
But
is
Selena,
Haley.
do you appreciate Selena Gomez's music too?
I don't think I've ever heard.
I think it's like it's pretty good. Like I don't listen to it a lot, but
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think
I like Selena.
What would be your dream job? I think we kind of talked about this a little bit before, but
My dream job would probably be like not something where you have like a set schedule. So I was kind of thinking about this. I'd probably say like a ultra marathon runner.
Ooh.
Whoa.
That's
Whoa.
like so not what I was expecting when
Danny,
you said that.
I am going to go out on a limb and say Danny Mac, best hot seat answers.
yeah,
So far.
these
Year.
are crazy.
That's great. Wait.
Ultra marathon runner?
Like not like in
Trevor
like a,
Hall? I love this.
I'm in shock.
Man, hashtag built different.
Hold
That
on,
should be
hold
like
on.
Ironmans.
Do you like running? Like, do you?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
I just
did
don't
not-
think I could do it for like 100 miles straight
Yeah,
like
yeah,
those
that's
people
fair.
do.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think
fair.
most
could
people,
never- I could never
could do 100 miles.
No, I'm saying like even if I
Yeah.
tried like for a long
Dude,
time.
I'm gassed after 1 mile.
Yeah,
let
I
me
can
tell you.
barely get around the track. When you used to make us run 2, I would be huffing and puffing. 2 miles is a lot for me. That's horrible to say now that I think about it.
That's
Put it in
ultimately
perspective.
why I never did Hersey Basketball, because I couldn't run.
I used to do some sinister things.
Yeah, that was not. Yeah, okay.
Especially in basketball, it's more of a sprinting sport.
It's just come different types of conditioning at the end. Like, I mean, you need to be able to run.
You
2
need to do
miles,
all
but
of it.
yeah. This one's so goofy to me. Favorite drink in the world?
Outside of water, I'd probably have to go with lemonade.
Oh, fair.
Nice.
Okay.
Are you
yeah.
like a country time lemonade guy or like a high powder lemonade or just like lemony water ish? Like what
Minute
side do
Maid?
you- Minute Maid. Like what's do you err on like the sugar or like more water based?
I'd probably like more water based.
Yeah,
like
I'd
okay.
agree.
Just a little lemon essence.
Yeah, that's
if you will.
yeah.
LaCroix.
Like when they have the lemons already in the water when you go play golf and stuff.
Yeah.
I like that better than like a.
Cohen though.
I
Country Club
honestly
Cohen
hate
knows.
water like that.
Really?
I hate my water with lemon.
I
in
hate
it.
when they put anything but lemon in it. Like anything else.
like
yeah.
strawberry.
Yeah.
I've seen
Sometimes-
stuff
the
like
strawberry.
that.
Sometimes you'll
It's like,
see some
ew.
moms like rocking like the cucumbers in the water.
Oh.
Like, get those
Nah,
cucumbers
you know those water
out of my water.
It's the water bottles with like the thing in the middle,
Yes.
and they like stuff
Yes.
like every fruit
Yes.
possible inside.
Yes.
Like, get out of here.
Yes,
Drink
I know
water.
exactly what
Yeah.
he's talking about. That is so true.
All right, Danny. What would a Danny McCarthy warning label
This
be?
is- I'm so
yeah,
excited
here we
for.
go. Here we go.
I'm bracing myself.
I'm gonna have to go with. Let's see. No on off switch.
Oh.
Whoa.
No on
Yeah.
off switch.
So the reason I came up with that is because
got me reason.
like people are always trying to just pump people up in general. Like parents are gonna try to motivate you to do well in school, and people are gonna try to motivate you to do well in a sport, just anything that you're doing. And I just feel like when I do well in something, it just feels like it always comes from within, and there's never like another person who made me make a decision or made me give a
Yeah.
certain effort. As much as those people would have wanted to say that they did. I just feel like if I lock in, it just comes from within, and sometimes I don't lock in, that just happens. But I just feel like when I do, it's never coming from an outside
Somebody else saying.
force.
Yeah.
The no on off switch, meaning
That's a really good answer.
meaning it's just gonna work when it works. You're not gonna turn it on and off.
Yeah, no, I get that completely. That's definitely
That's
a case for
great.
best hot seat.
Yeah,
right
and I think
That's
another thing on Danny's warning label might read original prototype.
yeah.
He's the
Yeah,
one of one.
sure.
It's
Yeah.
not something that's going to be
Uh-huh.
reproduced and a lot of stock answers.
Yeah.
Danny, I think showed today in the hot seat. He is one of one.
Yeah.
Highly original, thoughtful, unique.
Who doesn't love
you have the
original?
original prototype, man.
Yeah.
You're going to get the prototype and have hey, nobody else has this.
Yeah.
Right?
I love it.
It's not like when you
Will
get
not
something
be
for
mass
Christmas.
produced.
Yeah, no, it's just some
ever.
Yeah.
really good
Not be
answers.
mass produced, right? Not in mass production.
Yeah, yeah.
Not made by an assembly line,
Mm-mm, no.
right? It's something
No
that is
Henry Ford.
Yeah.
something that is handcrafted. He's not an industrial revolution product,
No, he's not.
right?
That's funny.
I love it.
I love. Yeah, no, that was a really good answer for the last one. Wrap up. Any shout outs for anyone? Danny, you could go first.
First off, it was Mr. Kuhn actually.
Oh.
How he announced that those teachers last night was just amazing. He could have easily he had a list of
Yeah.
57 names or whatever. He could have easily just read them one by one. But I mean, the creativity to come up with almost a nickname for every single teacher. Some of them the teachers are laughing. I had no idea what they even meant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Neither did I.
I mean-
neither did I.
Yeah.
Kuhn, again, another non-mass produced product.
Yeah,
For sure.
One of one.
Certainly.
He was like a huge reason why like last night was just like such a success. Like that was awesome.
Yeah, he was saying a lot, and I was like, not really sure. And then you just see all the teachers laughing at their own nickname. It's like definitely an inside joke. So,
Yeah.
I have a shout out real quick.
Ooh.
I wanted to shout out Night of Hoops last week. It was a huge success, great time. They actually D214 beat Barrington by like 6. I think it ended 4-6. It ended up being it was a great time. A lot of people.
Crafton and Jerry did a good job reffing.
Crafton did a
Yeah.
wonderful time. Jared was getting chirped from the fan section a little bit. A couple missed calls, but it is
that
what
was
it is.
awesome.
Yeah,
I
no,
loved that so
it was
much.
really fun. I just want to thank everyone who may be watching who was there. That was a good time. And I hope we could do something else like that before we're kind of graduating or whatever. I know they have
For sure.
track in the fall or spring, right? Just
Yeah.
track and another sport. And
I know they do volleyball.
is it
too.
volleyball? I wasn't sure
yeah.
if it was volleyball or like soccer, but
Mm.
either way, I'm hoping we can do something like that again. So just be aware and on the lookout for that.
Co, any shout outs?
I guess my shout out's gonna go to Brown Jersey.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Who was it?
Who was it?
This week, Brown jersey was Max Meninga.
Meninga, yeah,
Max.
it was Max. Yeah, I saw
Shout out
that.
Max.
Every
Yeah.
time I have to take.
He's second all time in Brown jersey victories.
Wow.
How many is that now?
He's got 3 this season.
Who's he looking
Jack Muglia is 5. So now he's tied for second all time with Josh Cataldo.
for? Okay.
Time is ticking too.
Yeah.
Time is ticking. The way he's been playing, he might get another
We
one.
might get
now.
another one.
Um,
How many weeks do we have left?
I think 3.
I know.
4.
Okay, 2. Okay. I was gonna say
Um,
2.
So I'm going to rebroadcast my futures prediction about the girls' team state champions. Take them now at plus 525. It's a lock. That is a lock.
You think Quinn puts
Payout's
that?
great. Payout's great.
You know how
Payout's great.
Krebs, do you ever see
great
Quinn's
economic value.
Instagram thing? It's like
Yes,
his
it's-
lock.
It's a lock every day. It's so
Clips
goofy.
-3. I actually took it. And it hit over the
did it.
Bulls.
Yeah, it did.
Bulls
Bulls
are
are
Quinn.
So I just want to lock that in with everybody and broadcast that so everybody knows you heard it here first.
Mm-hmm.
Hersey Hoops Podcast, Episode 8. Shout out to all the teachers who came out yesterday, man. I mean, again, everybody's got families and obligations and stuff like that. And to see all those teachers in attendance, Mrs. Yalda brought all 4 of her sons. Ms. Folan brought her kids. Ms. Spearing brought her daughter. So many people in attendance to come watch a basketball game means a ton to me, and I know it meant a great deal to the kids. And I know sometimes, during your educational experience, everybody has teachers, so you don't always have, that level of gratitude that's necessary. But I think sometimes it takes like a perspective reframing moment to realize like how great your teachers are here and how lucky you guys have been.
Yeah.
To have teachers that support you in the classroom, in your extracurricular activities, and are truly invested in your success as people. And I think that was on display last night.
I truly think like all of the teachers here at Hersey are just all-stars. Like they all in their own way are just
I could agree.
unbelievable.
Could agree. Definitely have some
How
beef.
is your e-music class going? Are you producing any
Dude,
beats that we can get in on here?
I don't. Should we listen to it? Nah,
I don't know if we're gonna do that live.
I can't do that. You know what? That class is it's cool, man.
Who would you say is your like inspiration, like your producer,
Dude,
inspo guy?
I'm in this class to graduate, but I love music. I do genuinely love music, though. I
Yeah,
listen to a
yeah.
lot of music. I do play aux quite often, most of the time. So I don't know. I wouldn't say I necessarily have like someone. I just kind of mess around with it and see what happens.
So next week, I want to kind of whet everybody's appetite for the next pod. So next week, I've been talking to Gage and Aiden Graberski.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you
I
if
want
you
them on.
both at the
Yeah.
same. Yeah. So I was actually I was gonna talk to you
great.
about that after. I'm not even gonna lie.
Maybe Fahey too. Maybe we get all the managers in it.
Fahey?
That might be too wild.
That
though.
might be a lot.
That's-
Honestly, let's do it.
That's a lot of
Let's
cooks
do
in the
here.
kitchen.
Get here at 7.
That's
We're
a
gonna have
lot
to
of
be
cooks
here.
in the kitchen.
We're gonna have to be here early.
Because Johnny's going to produce some content. Like he's going to say something on here that's going to go viral.
Yeah, I mean,
That's Johnny.
Johnny is, yeah, I'd agree. Johnny also,
I've known Johnny
owes
a while. He's never changed.
Johnny
He's always
owes
been
a
funny.
lot of people money, so he needs to watch out.
It's gonna be gas money.
He
pretty soon.
he owns a lot of people money.
Well, we're not going to break his kneecaps.
No,
on
that's
the show.
saying we are. Hey, Sopranos, but no, yeah, I'm definitely gonna bring that up. Yeah, let's get all 3 of them on for fun.
All right, let's do
All
it.
3.
Let's do
we
it.
have enough chairs.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right.
Next week we have Johnny Fahey, Aiden Graberski, and Gage. What's Gage's last name?
Gage Deaton.
Gage Dean. Ooh, I kind of like that last name. Gage
Gage
Dean.
is gonna sound so good on these mics.
Oh yeah, get that little Arkansas
Yeah,
accent on
oh,
the
yeah.
mics.
Facts.
Absolutely.
Facts.
I can't wait.
That Bible
I
Belt
always
slang.
see it. I always see his card because he's got that Utah license. That's him, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
He has the Utah license plate. Always see it every morning. I think he must live by me or something because I see him.
Maybe, I'm not sure.
I don't know either. Yeah, but
A little background research Connor's
Yeah.
got to do this week.
yeah, for real. I don't know. Are we gonna like do questions
We
with
could
each
do
of them?
all of
Like
them.
just like one for each.
One.
We'll plan it out.
We'll plan it out. All right. Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
We'll have a meeting.
Thank you everybody for tuning in to episode 8. Thank you, Coach Scott and Danny, and as always, see you next week.
See you next
We'll
week.
See you guys next
See
week.
ya.
Thank you.